What's up? This is Kid Big H, and welcome to another edition of Financially Sound. Today we are talking about the difference between assets and liabilities. What's really an asset? What's really a liability? What are they teaching you that's an asset? What are they teaching you that's a liability? So when I went to school, first day I was in class, not the first day I was in class, when I went to Accounting 206 at Northern Illinois University, they told me an asset is only an asset if you own it. You hear what I'm saying? They told me in accounting class that an asset is only an asset if you own it. And a liability is a liability if you owe on it. Now I'm here to tell you that's wrong. Now it might be right by Webster's dictionary, but as far as how the rich think, how the rich operate, how the rich invest, how the rich move around, an asset is only an asset if it generates income. So what's an asset? Rental properties, businesses, stocks, commodities, valuable people. Now, it might not generate money right then and there, but if you are around some valuable people who can give you the tools and the essentials that you need to get to the next level, they're an asset. For example, so when I came back from school from playing basketball, I was the man. Let me not lie to you, I wasn't the man. But when I came back home and I stopped playing basketball, I started working with this man and I called my dad. And I started working with him every day. Why? Because I know I needed to learn something. I know I needed to be educated in something to take my life to the next level. See, I wasn't educated in basketball. I was just talented. And I'm here to tell you that you cannot, and you're not going to win off pure talent. You need to have the skill as well. And the only way that you can get the skill is if you have the education. So every day we will work. We would work on houses. We would dig holes. Maybe he would just make me dig a hole to make me think. We would work on cars. We would work on my car because I didn't even have any money to get my truck fixed. But he gave me the education to get my truck fixed to where I wouldn't have to spend it with somebody else. So like I said, every day we work together, and guess how much I made? $15 a day. Not $100 a day. Not $1,500 a day. Not $150 a day. I made $15 a day. But what made that $15, it didn't even matter, is because of what I learned. It's because of, it didn't matter because of what I've learned. It didn't matter because of who I became. It didn't matter because I knew that he was installing everything that he had in himself in me for me to make the money that I wanted to make. And people was looking at me crazy. My family was looking at me crazy. My friends was looking at me crazy. It got to a point to where people thought I was stealing. I was going to start stealing from them just because I wasn't trying to do what everybody else was doing. I wasn't following the trend that everybody else was following. So people would see me, the drug dealers would see me and be looking at me like, dang, man, he went from playing basketball to cutting grass. But it wasn't about the grass. It was about him teaching me something to help me start to generate income so I can provide for my family legally. You know what an asset is. Like I said, an asset is only an asset if it generates income, or if it's of valuable people that's around you who's going to install the essentials that you need to get to the next level. So Howard, what's a liability? A liability is pretty much anything you owe on. Now let me go ahead and get this out the way. If you're taking an investment, if you're taking some money from someone to make more money, it is not a liability. Even though that you owe that person the money, it is not a liability. Why? Because you're taking that money to generate more income. So what's a liability? Mortgages. Right now, everybody is buying a mortgage. Everybody has a mortgage. Everybody wants to buy a house. Everybody wants the house to live in. But why would you buy a house right now and the economy is doing great? And people are like, well, Howard, why wouldn't I buy a house? The economy is doing great. Because the economy is doing great, that means you're going to suffer because you're taking a mortgage out and you're going to at least pay 200% or more of the value, not 200%, but 200, I'm sorry about that. 200, you're going to at least spend $200K or more getting a mortgage on a home that you don't even own. But because you want to live it up like everybody else is doing good, and you want to live up to their standards, what do? You go get that home, and not you're only in, say the home is $125,000. Let's do the math. Home is $200,000. Over a 15-year mortgage or 30-year mortgage, you're going to at least pay $200,000 more for the home that is only $200,000. But you're like, Howard, they told me the home is only $200,000. What are you missing? You're missing the interest. You're missing the interest rate. And hopefully if you do get a home, that you do it on a fixed interest rate instead of a floating interest rate. This is a liability. Car loans. People are out here buying $12,000 cars for $20,000, and that's what the sticker says. Not only is $20,000, you're going to pay 22% in interest. You think I'm lying? Go ahead. And if you have a good credit score, you might be able to pay 18 or 16 or whatnot. But basically, car dealerships, this is how car dealerships make their money, is by interest rate. They take a $12,000 car, they mark it up to 20, and then you come in with a credit score of, we say, 625, and now they're making you pay 22%. They basically just not only made their money back, but doubled it. Now you're wondering, now you're thinking like, well, how's there car lots on every corner? Because they're getting 22% interest rate. Now you're like, 22% is not a lot. Now think if you made an investment and you were making 22 cents on every dollar that you invested. Tell me, is that good or bad? My point exactly. By you paying that 22%, you're going to pay around $4,400 extra dollars just to have a car that you don't even like, just to have a car that you might wreck, just to have a car that you want everybody to know that you think that you're doing good, but you're not really doing that good. Don't do it. Go get you a car, cash out. You don't have to get the most expensive car. They have auto auctions where you can go get a car for simply $1,500. The thing about right now is you need to get from point A to point B. Don't worry about A to Z. You just need to get from point A to point B to make it to point C to where you graduate and go to point D. Not only car loans, like I said, car loans is I ain't gonna say scams because it's a business. And if people don't know the education that's out there to go get the car that they need or where to get that car, they're gonna go to a car lot. Like I said, a liability is anything that does not generate income. A mortgage does not generate income. A car loan does not generate income. Clothes, shoes, materialistic things, they do not generate income. Now look, this is the thing. It doesn't matter about having liabilities. That's the great thing about life. It doesn't matter about having 6 cars, 5 houses. It doesn't matter. You can have that. I'm not saying don't live the life that you want to live. I'm not saying don't get the big house. I'm not saying don't get the nice car. I'm not saying don't wear Gucci and just real nice clothes. But what I'm saying is we have to have more assets than liabilities. See, because even though, and the reason why we have so many liabilities is because we are working, a lot of Americans, they work on one fixed income. So when they have that one income, they're taking their one income and buying all liabilities. Like I said, I'm not saying don't get the nice car. I'm not saying don't get the big house. What I'm saying is we need more assets to trump our liabilities. We need passive income to take care of the luxury life that we want to live. But you have to pertain the assets first. Not the liabilities, the assets first. See, it didn't matter if I had a 94, a 2004, or a 2014. My 94, I went ahead and the 1994 truck that I had, I paid cash for it. Yeah, I could have went and made a $300 car payment every month and had a nice car and been looking like that I'm doing good, but I'm living paycheck to paycheck. See, the reason why that you want to pertain more assets and liabilities is because 70% of the world, it doesn't matter if they make $100,000, it doesn't matter if they make $200,000, it doesn't matter if they make $1 million, it doesn't matter if they make $30K a year. They live paycheck to paycheck. 70% of America lives paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because they don't do anything but pertain liabilities. I'm not saying don't get the liabilities. What I'm saying is get the assets to take care of the liabilities. And as of right now, the economy, and you're like, Howard, the economy is doing good. My parents have a good job. My uncle has a good job. He has a promising job. People are buying houses, so why would I buy a house right now? The reason why you do not want to buy a house right now is because the economy is doing good. The best time to invest in assets is when the economy is not doing so good. Why? Because you're going to get it way cheaper. Right now, like I said, you're going to pay $200K just in taxes and mortgages because the economy is doing good. Now, what happens is, this is what happens. This is where the asset that you think is an asset turns into a liability. So you're paying on the house. So you're paying on the house for at least 4 or 5 years, everything, or we'll say 10 years. You're doing good, the economy's doing good, and you're not sick, you're taking care of yourself, and all of a sudden, there's a crash within the company that you work in. And the company is telling you, look here, we know that you've been working for us and everything, but because of taxes, how the president is raising taxes on our business, we are going to have to relocate, probably either in Texas, LA, or Miami, or we might have to locate overseas. And the only way that you can keep your job is if you locate with us. So you mean to tell me you've been working for these people for 10 years, for one day for them to come in and tell you that the only way that they can keep only way you can keep your job and keep the money that you make is if you relocate. Now you have a whole family, you have 3 kids, and you have a house that you haven't even paid off yet, but you went ahead and got the mortgage because you thought that this job was promising. I'm here to tell you today, there is no such thing as job security. I'm not saying don't get a job. See, this is one of the biggest things, this is one of the biggest mistakes that young people are making today. They're buying liabilities. So now they come to find out that all the asset that the bank told them that was an asset, the school that told them was an asset, is a liability. Why? Because 9 out of 10, we're going to either lose out on this job or we're going to lose out on our home. Take your pick. Or you can go, like I said, you can go get another job, but like I said, there's no such thing as job security. Now, like I said, and if you think I'm lying, go ask someone that's older. Go ask your auntie and your uncle. Ask them, have there ever been a time where the economy was doing great, but they had a mini recession within their company and they lost their job? They had a mini recession within their company and they lost their pension. They had a mini recession within their company, within their life, and they lost everything. Like I said, I'm not saying don't get the nice house. I'm not saying don't get the nice car. What I'm saying is you need to start having things, assets that generates income so you can take care of your house. So if anything ever happens, you have cash flow coming in. That's, they talk about making money while you sleep. That's the money that you want to take to buy the luxury life that you want to live. This is the kid, Big H. Look, I'm not saying don't have a nice lifestyle. I'm not saying don't go golfing. I'm not saying don't take 5 trips a year. I'm not saying, look, I want to live the same life that everybody else, that the rich is living. But I know that I, Howard Stevenson, as a 27-year-old man, I have to buy assets to take care of the liabilities and the lifestyle that I want to live. This is the kid, Big H. Look, I'm not gonna tell you nothing wrong. Why? Because it don't cost a dime to keep it real.